I think this is a great place to buy you some more time and talk about naming.
Okay. Oh,
how do you name companies?
You saw that blog post. As an I played around with blogging like all of us. It really stuck with some and it didn't with others. I probably only had like 10 posts on my blog. But one of them was naming, because I've had a lot of fun naming companies. Mm-hmm. And I gave advice on naming. I think the title of the post, the site it's on is called hopperanddropper.com, which is a fly fishing term. Which is nobody's gone to. So I only had 20 visitors. Tim being one.
Lucky 21.
So I have a few rules about naming. First, when you're trying to brand a company, if you're building a consumer brand especially, you have kind of two broad ways you can go. The easy way and the hard way. And I'll forgive the 4-hour work week and the 4-hour body, but I'll tell you that there are no shortcuts. You take the shortcut to the long road, my coach Jimmy says.
Yeah.
Anyway, the easy way is if you're building a travel site to call it hotels.com, airlinetickets.com, you name it. Every category has a literal word.com. Mm-hmm. Okay. And the advantages to that are it's easy to explain to people what you do.
Yeah.
And the disadvantages to that are you don't own any brand equity because you can't own a word that previously exists. And so you're non-distinct and non-distinctive. There's an in-between way, which is to use an existing word but make a new application of it. Apple, computer, Amazon.com, and that's viable. But you have to build a new definition for that word, which those companies obviously did successfully. The hard way, and the best way, I think, for consumers is to make up a word. Make up a word, which is super hard because you have to tell people what the word means. You have to define it for them. But once you do, you own that word. The definition of that word is yours and only yours. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so I like the hard path because I like building brands. Mm-hmm. And with provocation marketing, I think I can get a big audience early, which begins to familiarize people with the brand. Okay. So I was confident in my ability my team's really ability to do that. Okay, so now when you're making up a word, what do you do? And I think this is what you're referring to. Uh-huh. Okay, so high point Scrabble letters. Do you play Scrabble?
It's been a minute, but yes, I've played Scrabble.
Okay, you know that there are different point numbers on each letter as you play Scrabble. And do you remember what the high point ones are?
I don't.
Okay. Their Z is 10. X is 10. That's the highest point you can get. A, E, I, O, U are 1. Mm-hmm. Okay? Here's why. Q is 10 too. Here's why. Z, X, and Q are super rare letters. Mm-hmm. A, E, I, O, U are super common. And so rule number 1 is pick the super rare letters. And pick them because they're very distinctive. They jump off a page when you read. They stick in people's brains in a way that's not crowded. Mm-hmm. Okay? So all my stuff has Z's and X's and some Q's actually too. Rule number 2, fewer syllables is better than more. I kind of learned this lesson with Expedia. Expedia was too many syllables. It's worked out fine. We've overcome that. The company's overcome that now, but it was, in hindsight, was a lot. I liked it because of rule number 3, which is it was evocative of positive things, speed, expedition, So it said adventure and speed, and that all felt good in that word. But fewer syllables. I think 2 syllables is the sweet spot because I also want it to be a good dog name. So if the word could be a good dog name, you're onto something, like you can call for it.
Yeah.
Zillow.
Yeah.
Anyway, another one is it can be turned into a verb pretty easily. So pick a word that can be turned into a verb. So it probably, a dog name and verb probably means it ends in a vowel sound. Mm-hmm. And then the last one is double letters and palindromes are good too. So anything that is unique, a unique word form. Double letters, people remember, they jump off the page, and palindromes are words that are the same forward and backward spelled, right? So just interesting words.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my handbook.
Palindrome, like my friend Mike Kim back in the day.
I was struggling to think of one. I couldn't pull one on the fly. Well done.
Taco Cat.
It's a good game. So you're in the game space.
Taco Cat. So,
that is a funny game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah, it's great.
So fun.
That was so good.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of double letters. So there are names. Expedia has an X.
X, speed.
Good connotation with pre-existing words or concepts.
Yep.
Maybe one syllable too long. Then you got Zillow.
That's a sweet spot.
Kind of named it. I'm imagining this Labrador Retriever, right?
Yeah.
Zillow.
And starts with a Z. Like what? How many words start with a Z? That's great. And 2 double letter LL, soft ending.
Double letter, but I'm not sure because I'm not up to speed with my Scrabble. Glassdoor.
Glassdoor in the middle. It was pretty evocative of having people peer. Is transparency. Power to the people and transparency is a big thing. And we really liked kind of looking in through the glass door inside of a company. 2 syllables, not a great dog. Not a great dog word. But 2 double letters. Mm-hmm. So it kind of jumps off the page. It's an interesting looking word. I would say we get a kind of a B on that, but Robert did a very good job with marketing that. So